Morning, nutritarians. So for today's berry and banana bowl, I'm using frozen blueberries, which is easy for me living out in the boonies. So here I'm just warming them up enough, adding a little bit of plant milk and a little bit of elderberry syrup. It's a health tonic for me. And then we're going to dump this over our bananas. Beautiful. And we're going to add some walnuts and some flax seeds. Gives it a great crunch for this morning breakfast. And I almost forget, but here you can see me adding a 1/4 cup of black beans to the whole breakfast. So here's the rest of my breakfast. I literally cannot finish it. Not because there's not room in my stomach, but because I already feel my head swimming. Maybe that's the bananas, I'm not sure, but it's probably too high glycemically, and I've had too much sugar in my meal. So I'm going to not finish it and get my butt out the door and hustle onto my walk so I can try to bring the peak of my blood sugar rise down before it hits a higher peak. So I'm back from my walk now, and I walked for about 25 minutes, and even though it's really cold outside, you might be able to see my breath on the air. It's super invigorating. It's a great woohoo for me to get outside and walk when it's cold. It's an added bonus. Anyways, so 25 minutes was about what it took for me to feel better. I don't feel like my head is swimming anymore. My blood sugar must be down into a better range because I'm not nauseous anymore. So I just want you to I want this message to sink in. I got nauseous after I ate. It's not because I ate. It's because the glycemic load of what I ate was too high for me. And just a little bit of exercise and it's back down into a level that I'm not morning sick and I feel better. So that's a good take-home message for everybody. For lunch, we're having an easy bean salad, and I just put in these white beans. Hopefully sometime soon you see me making beans from dried, but while I don't have energy, this is what I'm doing. Also notice there's avocado in the salad, and the directions for this program say to add avocado for men. Notice that I'm adding them for my own caloric higher needs since I'm pregnant. Then this is one of my most favorite vinegars to put on top of salad. The recipe says to use balsamic, and this is a white balsamic, but it's flavored with oregano, which it's all about the vinegar. It just makes such a big difference. And then also I add a few sprinkles of an herb seasoning. This is Mrs. Dash. I thought that this variety would go well here. Then for snack time, halfway in between lunch and dinner, I'm eating a homemade hummus just out of a can of garbanzo beans once again, and eating it with celery. It's an easy, low sugar mid-afternoon snack to just keep me stable. And then for dinner, hallelujah, we get to have something fun, which is vegetarian pizza. You can see me putting over the top a vegan Parmesan cheese, so stay tuned for that if you'd like to see it. And I ate it with asparagus instead of salad. Clip, I'm making a Parmesan-ish cheese topping for the pizza. You can see I'm just blending nuts and nutritional yeast and some salt, which, by the way, this might be a good time to have a salt conversation. Dr. Furman recommends very little salt in everything that you do, low sodium options, but while I'm pregnant and sweating a lot because I like to exercise and be fit, I do add salt to some of my recipes, so it tastes actually like Parmesan cheese. And as I struggle with the lid here, I'll tell you too that he calls for walnuts, and I used pumpkin seeds because I feel like they make such a better flavored Parmesan cheese. But anyways, it's those 3 simple ingredients. Even my kids like it, so it's a win. All right, the end of day 2. So after my pizza, or during my eating pizza, I should say, I really listened to how my stomach was feeling, and that looked like just eating slowly, really slowly over the second half of the meal. I stopped when I felt really good, and then my husband and I went for a walk. So it is bedtime, and I don't feel nauseous and lousy. Like, I feel a little bit under the weather, but nothing like normal morning sickness for me. So it is working. Day 2, and I already feel better.